All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Houston Rockets hot take video for you. Now, before I get into this video, I want you to do one thing. First off, I actually want you to do three things. I want you to like, subscribe, that should be a given. But mainly, most importantly, I want you to give a hot take in the comment below. And I would love if it's like legit, because I love doing these hot take videos. Just the only thing is whenever I make one and I ask for people's, to send them in, they're just so bad. Like, they're so goofy, it's just horrible. So please send in some legitimate ones, at least like a few, so I can at least do a video about it. But we're going to talk about something legitimate here right out of the gate. I got you guys. We're going to talk about Jimmy G Buckets making his way to Houston. Now, Jimmy G Buckets, the G stands for Gets, is from Houston, which is really cool. I think from a fit perspective, Jimmy makes a lot of sense because small forward, Rockets could really use a small forward like it. Defensive minded as well, can score on the offense. Like, he just can do everything. He's super versatile. He's super athletic. He's just a great basketball player. Now, what sucks is Jimmy Butler's age. He's 32. But this is the worst part about it, man. This is a little bit of what he is looking at in the next 5 years, which totals around $220 million. So 2021, 2022, next season, $36 million. The year after that, 40.5. After that, 43.7. And then 2024 to 2025, $47 million. And then here's the big kicker. 2025 to 2026, $50.2 million. This is what Jimmy Butler wants. I love Jimmy. You guys know I'm from Chicago. I live here in Chicago, and I love Jimmy Butler. He did so much for our team. And I really, really love JB. I mean, he hasn't played for the team since he was 27 in 2016, 2017. It took him a while to get going on the offensive end. He took that step kind of in his fourth year, 2014, 2015, which is unfortunate because the D Rose Bulls really could have used him like his rookie year. But, I mean, he was averaging like 8 minutes per game. What really are you going to expect from a rookie? On the season, this was Jimmy Butler's season, 21.5 points per game, about 7 assists, and then about 7 rebounds. He had a very, very good year, and I feel like it was very forgotten about. The worst part about Jimmy Butler is his three-point shooting. Or actually, I shouldn't say that, but like one of his weaknesses is definitely three-point shooting. He's only a career 33% shooter, which isn't too bad, but you're hovering around the it's pretty bad. Like Luka's a 33%, you can get by. It's not too bad. He's obviously Jimmy's not known for making threes. Just the only downside is that in the last 2 seasons, he's gone off significantly, like just absolutely significantly. This year, he shot 25%, which is like Anthony Davis's numbers. And last year, he shot 24%. So it's tough because you look at when he was in Philly, he shot 34%. When he was in Minnesota, he shot 38%. His first year in Minnesota, he shot 35%. His last year in Chicago, he shot 37%. It's just weird. That's, really about the only issue I would have with Jimmy Butler is his inconsistency from deep. But it's mainly the money, and I think it's relatively easy to comprehend why this won't happen, or maybe not why it won't happen, but why it probably won't happen. I mean, that salary is just way too big. He's asking for way too much money, and we just can't afford to be giving a guy who's 31, about to turn 32 next season, this much money for that many years. Like, this team is in rebuild mode, right? They're not in let's win right now. That's more like the Chicago Bulls. So I think Jimmy Butler coming to Houston would be a little too far-fetched. I don't think it's in the cards. And if it did happen, I wouldn't be too thrilled about it just because of the money. But at the same time, Jimmy Butler would be in Houston. I would be very happy. Now, if he brings that money down, because that was the rumored money he wanted from a contract extension, so the money's going to be a little bit lower if you were to just sign with another team. The thing is, I'm worried that some other team will pay him the big bucks, like not the New York Knicks, but a team like the New York Knicks, a team where you have a ton of cap space and you are looking to take that next step. Go for a guy like Jimmy Butler. Why not? That's my issue with it. So I don't think JB will be making his way to H-Town, unfortunately, maybe at the tail end of his career, but I'd still say more likely to go to Chicago. It's kind of crazy actually thinking about Jimmy Butler not playing for the Rockets in his career. I don't know why, but that just is so crazy to me. I know he's like been more Midwest, went to Marquette, started his career in Chicago, but it's just kind of, this is his home. I'm sure he'd love to play for Houston. I just don't think it's going to happen. So this next hot take is from Go Rockets. He said Tate is better than Poole and Brooks is better than Poole, Jordan Poole. Now, I do think Jae'Sean Tate is easily better than Jordan Poole. I mean, Jae'Sean Tate is ready to start NBA games. Like, he's just ready to start NBA games. Jordan Poole is a little too inconsistent for me. Jae'Sean is quite inconsistent on the offensive end, though, so I will say that. But obviously, I'm a little biased. I'm a Rockets fan, so I'm going to go with my boy Jae'Sean Tate. The other hot take here was kind of from Cade. It was like Armani Brooks is better than Jordan Poole. I mean, Armani Brooks broke records when he first came into the league. I just think it's a little too early to like even kind of break down Armani like that. Let's get to Brian Wavy. This is not really a hot take. This is more of like a trade. Cam Reddish and House swap with 2 second-round picks to the Hawks. This won't get the job done. I would not believe. Everyone was like, good trade, good trade. The thing about Cam Reddish is he has loads of potential. He's 21 years old. Like, this dude is literally 21 years old. So, I just don't see this swap happening because Daniel House hasn't done really anything in his NBA career in the last year. I'm just going at Daniel. I'm sorry, Daniel. He's done a lot in his NBA career. He had a great season for us 2 years ago. He was great for us in the bubble, and then he just, pussy got to his head. So, looking at Cam Reddish at just 21, coming off an injury-riddled season, that would be the best time to go after Cam. He's coming off only 26 games played. However, he did see a slight increase in minutes, and I would expect, especially because I don't think John Collins will be returning to the Hawks next season, I really expect him to have a bigger role next season. I know they have a ton of players, but I think they'll find some minutes for Cam Reddish to hover right around 30. And, if I'm the Hawks, I'm not giving up on this guy quite yet. His first-round pick, it's just not somebody I would give up on. So I like the idea of it, but it's just, especially maybe if you threw in a first-round pick, I think they would possibly take it. But even then, I don't even know if they would take it at a first. I'm sure that they kind of want to stick with Cam Reddish. The thing about the Hawks is if they are in win now, they just did a little rebuild. If they're trying to actually take that next step and win, which they are, I don't think that they'll be going for guys like Daniel House who aren't really the only good thing really about Daniel House is his age. And just Daniel House on paper is like a 27-year-old 3-and-D player who can make an open shot and guard kind of quote-unquote 3-and-D. I still think his defense is kind of sus, but every Rocket fan has a different opinion on Daniel House's defense. It's actually absurd. Some people think he's a lockdown. Some people think the dude can't guard a stick. So actually a stick would be kind of easy to guard. So that's even more of an insult. You can't even guard a stick. So we'll see what happens with Daniel House. I do hope they trade him. Cam Reddish is a little bit too much. We'll end this video here on a non-Rockets hot take just real quick. Actually, this is kind of a Rockets hot take, but it's a little outrageous. Dame should go to Houston. This just isn't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I don't know what you would have to give up for it, but I would have to think just with Dame's contract is I don't even know if the Rockets could go for him if they wanted to. They would have to it would have to be for some reason in that scenario the Blazers would be sticking to CJ as their cornerstone moving forward, which would be super weird. I guess maybe you could give Eric Gordon, Christian Wood. I think the salaries would match up with Christian Wood, Eric Gordon, and at least 2 first-round picks. Maybe throw in KPJ. You just need a lot. A lot would have to happen for Damian Lillard to make his way to this team. Now, it is a little different if he says, hey, Portland, get me the hell out of this team. Then you have a totally different situation. But with Damian Lillard about to become a free agent, it's about to get interesting. Or sorry, not a free agent. Won't he be a free agent? They just extended him, I believe. So with him not even coming upon free agency, he just got his contract extended. I mean, just the salaries won't even make sense. Like, here's just like this year next year he's making 39 million. This year he made I cannot talk at the end of videos sometimes. 39 million next year, the year after 42, the year after 45, the year after 48, and then he's an unrestricted free agent. So, that fucking contract extension really got him because he was set to become a free agent. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Good for Dame, though, getting that, because he was averaging only like 27 million a year before that. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button, send in hot takes, man, please. And I'll see you guys later.